I visited a possible retreat location today. I visited a possible retreat location today. Nice spot, just what we need, not too big, not too small.
Stop the cap.
Earlier this morning, I was on YouTube watching my true crime stories as I do on my off time. But then I got a notification. It came from the King Kong Consciousness YouTube channel. Now, for those of you who don't know, that content is dedicated to putting out the news and information of the historical King Kong, Prince of Pan-Africanism, Shabalatala Shoba, Dr. Umar Johnson. And you know what? Dr. Umar has some breaking news for us.
Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Ifatunde. I got some good news. I visited a possible retreat location today. I visited a possible retreat location today. Nice spot, just what we need, not too big, not too small. I really liked it. Old-fashioned cabin style. Mother Nature is beautiful. So I'm going to schedule the first retreat. I think the first retreat is going to be a non-therapeutic retreat. We're going to go political. There's going to be a mix of political retreats, and it's going to be a mix of healing retreats. We need the political retreats so that we can build, and we need the spiritual retreat so we can heal.
And that's not all.
For example, I'm going to be doing a Black Book Club retreat, a Black Book Club retreat where you read part of the book at home and then you come to the book club and you read the other half while you are at the retreat location and we talk about it. I'm going to do a Pan-Africanist retreat, a new Pan-Africanist retreat for those who are studying the philosophy and history of revolutionary Pan-African nationalism. I'm going to do a Pan-Africanism retreat, one for the adults and then a young Pan-Africanist retreat. Okay, I'm going to do a Black educators retreat, Black couples retreat, newlywed retreat, couples having problems retreat. A think tank. We're going to have different think tank retreats on economics, think tank retreats on Black children, think tank retreats on the Black family. It's going to be nice. And we're only going to do 30 people per retreat.
Now, remember, those people who are subscribed to this channel, and it does have 213,000 subscribers, you would suspect that most of these people are supporters of Dr. Umar Johnson. But we'll get to that in a minute. Rewind! Dr. Umar Johnson, as you guys know, has been trying to raise money for a school for the last decade.
Summer 2021 belongs to my school, our school. I am inside of your school, Pan-African Excellence. Hit the Cash App. Let's finish what we started. Hit the Cash App. Let's finish what we started. $ FDMG School. Hit the PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit the PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Send them check of money orders. Send them check of money orders to FDMG Academy.
And the campaign, unfortunately, has its up and downs. The school still isn't open.
You know, Dr. Umar is finally opening up his school. But the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I'm like, why is nobody promoting it? Why is he not promoting it? It says it's supposed to open on September the 3rd of this month. You know, my thing is that this has been a school that all Blacks have been waiting for 20 years. Now, I'll keep it real with you. How Dr. Umar, or how I found out about Dr. Umar, was he was supposedly to be related to Frederick Douglass. But one of Frederick Douglass' family members came out and exposed that it wasn't true. Then he doubled down and said, no, I didn't say I was kin to him, that his family members, I guess, were in-laws that he was related to him by marriage. But what I want to know is why Dr. Umar not promoting his school.
And as you know, there have been a lot of situations like him and the conscious stripper. He got exposed for that. And then, it just never developed. A lot of people who supported Dr. Umar Johnson actually turned against him. And this kind of came to a head once he went to the Yana Dameen podcast or Godcast with Lord Jamar. And Lord Jamar just came out and basically asked a question that nobody on these podcasts wanted to ask.
$750,000. About 20 months ago, you end up purchasing 2 buildings, yes?
4 buildings.
4 buildings, okay. For about
2 schools, 4 buildings.
2 schools, 4 buildings for $400,000.
It was more than that.
Okay. Well, everybody wants to know, where's the extra money? Where'd the extra money go? And why is it taking so long to open this school? Like people feel like, and I'm not just going to say people feel, because I'm also going to share a story with you as well.
Yes, sir.
But people feel like, the time that 6 years is just a very long time to be raising money. You know what I mean? And to finally get the buildings that you ended up getting that are in disrepair and all of that. And I think it's the transparency that people are looking for. A lot of people are looking for you to be more transparent, and when they don't see this transparency, it makes them feel, skeptical.
Okay. Let me speak to some of that.
Yes, please.
Okay. Number one, I'm transparent with my donors. I'm transparent.
Now, I'm being told that there, people say when your actual donors will ask certain things, they said you will sometimes block them and all this type of stuff.
That is not true. Those are not donors. Those are haters. My donors have direct access to me. I talk to them. I know who they are. Most of them are repeat donors. My donors range everywhere from Black professionals. I have lawyers, I have engineers, I have business owners, all the way down to the retired great-grandmom who's sending me $10 a month because she want to see this plan come to fruition.
Basically, where's the money, Dr. Umar? And Dr. Umar Johnson, after the interview, he didn't take so much accountability for his actions.
I was interviewed by Lord Jamal, former artist of Brand Nubian. I'm a Brand Nubian fan. I love the music, the old school music. And when I did the Lord Jamal interview, I thought I was being interviewed by a colleague and a supporter. I didn't know Lord Jamal was an undercover hater. When I come into an interview, Sister Teller, if I'm aware that I'm being interviewed by a hater, I'm prepared. So when I went on Roland Martin, I knew a hater was going to come for me. You feel me? I remember I was interviewed in Connecticut one time from a brother. I knew he was a hater. I thought Lord Jamal was a supporter. So I was bothered in that interview because I'm like, oh my goodness. I thought you was down with Dr. Umar. I didn't know you wanted to bring me on your platform to try to undermine my work.
He pretty much wanted to reduce Lord Jamar down to being a hater. He's a person that's not a supporter of Dr. Umar Johnson, but he's a hater. And the thing is, Dr. Umar Johnson goes around criticizing everybody else for how they spend their money.
Can I ask you a question? If I sold dope for 30 years and I gave it up and now I'm raising my kids, am I off the hook for creating a whole generation of drug addicts?
What have you done to amend for it?
What has he done to amend for it?
He's openly giving money to underfunded communities.
Stop. How many schools has he built?
None.
Stop. How many hospitals has he built?
None.
Stop. How many banks has he built?
None.
How many supermarkets has he built?
None.
I don't care about nothing else you got to say.
But let's get back to the entire topic. And that topic is this. Dr. Umar Johnson, where is the school? You're trying to do all of these things like retreats, healing retreats. This Negro even had the nerve to say marriage and couple counseling, which is crazy because booty clapping sounds. You booty clapped it up with both your baby mamas and you never married not one of them. But you want to tell me how to heal my marriage, nigga, that's like going to Burger King and asking for a pizza. That don't make no damn sense. But again, that's how foolish folks are. And the reason why Dr. Umar Johnson is trying to do all of these things, retreats and all of this stuff, because Dr. Umar Johnson is looking for money. He's fumbling for money. And he thinks that people are stupid and believes that, hey, well, we'll just ride this out with Dr. Umar. We'll pay for him to do this, although we've given him almost $1 million and he's never done anything yet. But wait a minute, stop the show. Not everybody is dumb. Even people on Dr. Umar Johnson's YouTube page are calling him out. Let's look at this person. People don't give a damn about that retreat. Where is this school? Another person goes, I think we should create a realistic timeline of all imaginary, fictional, and delusional things Umar has said he would do and has never done. I think that would be interesting to see. Another person goes, I am so glad I've turned my back on all of the conscious internet-based guys. They talk elements of truth, but it's just talk to sound good. They're full of it. That retreat will be just as non-existent as a school, the shockumentary in the Black Queens Forever music video. This other guy says, this Umar guy finding a way to hustle folks. Another brother goes, I bet he begs for donations for this retreat. Then you never hear anything else about a retreat and he pockets the money. Classic Umar. Somebody goes, does he live in that car? Other person goes, Doc has some imagination. Do you remember the vegan, non-alcoholic sports bar he was building? Do you remember the shockumentary film that he collected money for years? Do you remember the black singles mixers in the gym at FDMG? Now, here, he is never married, two-time baby mama creator planning to facilitate marriage retreats. You can't make this up. Oh, another person goes, no one cares about retreats. Concentrate on the damn school. You need to spend 100% of your time on the school, even if we don't hear from you for months. Now that's a great statement. And the reason why Dr. Umar Johnson is never going to 100% commit to the school is because, well, let me just be honest with you. African Americans in our community, in the black community, we don't have any standards when it comes to these so-called pro-black leaders. So he don't have to give anything or do anything. He's still going to be on all the podcasts. He's still going to be on the Breakfast Club. So in his mind, why should I give you guys anything? I'm going to keep y'all's money. I'm going to basically just steal whatever I want to steal. And that's going to be okay because you guys are still going to support me anyway. And that's the problem with the black community. These guys, we let them get away with everything. And then they're entitled when you actually try to get them to have some level of accountability. Just like he was with Lord Jamar. Jamar pulled his 304 card and then he got upset. Dr. Umar Johnson is going to continue to hustle the community while clapping as many baby mama and single mom cheeks as he can. It's just so sad that Dr. Umar Johnson, despite having so much ability and potential, is basically an educated Pookie in Dusty Ray Ray. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with an episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.